Hi there, today I'm going to be preparing some summer vegetables, traditionally called a shalapai, which means mixed fresh vegetables. It contains summer peppers, 2 large onions, green tomatoes, which I'm using here all little cherry green tomatoes. Um, these are all your summer vegetables. You can get them off your garden, which I did, whatever was left on the garden. And these are my vine tomatoes as well. And all we're gonna need is these to saute, and then get a heavy whipping cream with a square cream cheese, 8 ounces. And all you need is a little bit of seasoning of the salt, and these are going to turn out to be creamy, sweet, delicious side dish. You can use this on the side of your fatty meats, which ribs, or you could put pork on the side or steak, and taste delicious, refreshing. And let's get started. So once we start chopping up our vegetables, uh, except our little mini green cherry tomatoes, we don't need to chop these up. These are very small, so you can just throw them whole in there. You can use larger tomatoes and then you chop them up, but right now I'm just using the mini green ones. Just throw them in our bowl, and here we're gonna be using this deep dish, which you need to use a deep dish. These are a little hot peppers, which they're pointy. The pointy ones are hotter, and the rounder ones are sweeter. So this time I'm using a little hot, so it's going to be a little sweet, creamy, and by removing your seeds and your veins of your peppers, you reduce the heat of your dish. And just removing all the seeds and the veins of your peppers, and you can reduce the heat, and that's where the spiciness of the peppers stay. And just like that, very simple. And just chop them up in pretty large pieces. You don't need to make them too small. These need to be sauteed for at least 2 hours till they reduce into nice and creamy sauce. Same thing with all your other vegetables. You just chop them up into chunks, and so these are going to be just like nice and chopped. And you can use sweet peppers. This time I'm using a little bit in the spicy side peppers. And these are going to be just a tiny bit spicy. So just removing your tomato core and chop them up in squares as well. This is a very quick, inexpensive dish that our grandmas and our moms used when they had their summer vegetables in a garden. And what could be better than fresh summer vegetables? You don't need to de-seed them. Just leave them like that, chunks. The green tomatoes is what makes this dish very traditional and gives that nice and sweet, creamy your temperature in the oven should be about a 380, which they need to be cooking and reducing in liquids. So in the end, our dish is going to be creamy and not watery. And you don't need any other seasoning besides salt. Trust me, once you taste, this is going to be a very sweet and not acidy, and you would swear you put sugar in that dish. All the vegetables are sweet besides the lettuce, hot peppers. Just removing the seeds and your veins of the peppers, just like that. You reduce all the heatness. There is still a little heat, but not as hot. Now that we chopped up all our vegetables, just and we're going to season them with just a tablespoon of salt. I'm using kosher salt, and it's more coarse salt, so you can use other salts. Just a tablespoon. These will be enough seasoned with half a cup a heavy whipping cream, because these release lots of liquids. And we're going to put 1 square, which is 8 ounces of soft cream cheese, room temperature. A preheated oven at 380. These take at least an hour to 2, depends on the oven, but I would make sure these are all reduced into a creamy texture, and the colors are beautiful as well. And just mix the cream cheese a little bit and your heavy whipping cream in there, and cover them with foil tight. Throw them in the oven and forget about them. Just by making sure they don't leak out. The steam will cook and reduce them into nice soft texture. So our shallot pie looks perfectly done. Reduce our liquids, and this is how it's supposed to look. Nice and creamy. soft. So you just leave them another 5 minutes till they form a little bit of a crust, a little bit of brownish color, and that we serve it with our meats. Pie is done, and this is how it's supposed to look. Nice brownish top, and our liquids are all reduced. This is how I make my shala pie and my summer vegetables. I'm serving it with shish kebabs, pork shish kebabs. You should serve it with steak, ribs. It's creamy and sweet. Hope you enjoyed the video, and don't forget to subscribe and leave a comment if you like.